what is there to say after a loss like that? I mean, what does one say? It was a game of miscues. It looked like a football game that we walked out of unprepared to play, coming off a bye week. And I know Doug hasn't been historically good at bye weeks, but sometimes your competition can reflect that record. This wasn't acceptable, guys. I don't know what else to say. This was such a bad outing, but all right, I'm going to give you my reaction. So, Reaction Monday, I'm going to tell you what I think about it. What's up, Eagles Nation? What's going on, NFL world? How you doing, division rivals? This is Stephen Hyder with Gate City Sports Channel, the sports channel where the cerebral NFL fan comes for about 10 minutes of daily content. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever it is you get around to watching this. Once again, guys, my name is Stephen Hyder, and this is Gate City Sports Channel. When I say a game of miscues, guys, it literally got so frustrating at one point, I took my notepad and just started scribbling down the stuff I was seeing because I didn't want to forget what I was seeing. And I literally have notes from the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, and the fourth quarter. 4 quarters of really bad football coming off a bye week, man. I cannot give Doug Peterson a pass on this. Like, I don't care that you're coming out here saying that the players are mad, the coaches are mad, you're mad. Well, if you had this pride, where was it at on the field on Sunday? Like, I'm not trying to discredit the Giants because I think the Giants were starting to catch fire a little bit. I get it. I get that this was going to probably be a tougher game than most people thought it was going to be. But you can't sit here as an Eagle fan and look at the roster. And I know we were missing pieces, like having Sua Pet to start off at left guard. Okay? I get it. But we were healthy enough to win this football game. I'm just not going to accept that as an answer. You can't sit there and say, like, we lack the personnel to beat the Giants. No. The Giants played to their personnel and had a much better game plan going into this. The Eagles didn't. I mean, I don't know how to say that any clearer than stating the obvious here. Miscues. Things like this, guys. You go in and you look at, like, the first quarter, right? You have, early in the game, something that I shook it off. I was like, no big deal, man. Like, you know, the overthrow to Alshon, it looked like someone got their hands and maybe caught the ball and pushed it upward a little bit on him. No big deal, man. The timing between Alshon and Carson is going to take a little while to get down, but these guys have played long enough together. They'll get it. That should come around very fast. That's not something that should take 4 games. A few throws, and they should have their timing down.
That's what Doug Peterson was talking about, the efficiency. They operated up-tempo just a little bit.
But hey, you know, look, I looked at it, I was like, man, you know, it was a conversion. Like, it was an opportunity to convert and pick up some good yardage, and we missed it. That sucks, right? And then you get, later in the first quarter, Carson Wentz goes under center, takes the ball, and somehow Jason Kelce gets his foot, steps on it, and Carson Wentz stumbles down for a sack.
Play clock winding down. Wentz stumbles out of his break, and Wentz.
I was like, hey, what can you do? Sometimes these weird things happen, and you know, these guys are struggling to get into the game because of the bye week. All right, cool. Let's get this stuff straightened out. Let's go, right? That ship never came in. Then towards the end of the second quarter, then towards the end of the first quarter, Jason Kelce has a low snap to Carson Wentz.
It's Jalen Reagor in motion. That's a fumbled snap by Carson Wentz, and Wentz is...
That Carson has to dig off the turf to get it. Takes about, a half a second off the throw. And for some of you guys that are thinking it's not a big deal, I'm here to tell you, that's a huge deal. That is a big deal, guys. I'm not here to chop up Jason Kelce, even though I thought he had one of the worst games of his career. But, I mean, to be fair to Jason Kelce, he's the guy that's really had to hold that offensive line together with the string of players coming in and out. So the guy's entitled to have one bad game, but, man, he picked one bad time to have that bad game. It wasn't good, guys. We get into the second quarter. Travis Fulgham. Kid's been good, man. Like, I'm not going to knock the kid. I mean, you're entitled to have a game where you're just off a little bit, but He's got an uncharacteristically, bad play where he has a false start, which cost us yardage. It's like,
on the field on this 3rd down and 9, and there's a flag with.
Man, this isn't good. Like this is spiraling out of control at this point. We keep going into it, right? And you get into the end of the second quarter, right? We're backed up around our own 10-yard line. It's 3rd down and long, and Doug and Carson, and I'll put Carson on this one because Carson could have known the play reads and still took a much shorter read there. But I mean, Doug clearly schemed this to go to Rager. I get the idea of trying to get a pass interference call there. Okay, I understand that. Maybe Rager makes a spectacular catch because the kid has got an athletic profile it's hard to find. Okay, I understand all that. But it's about the timing of when you choose to do these things sometimes. It's not necessarily the play. It's not necessarily what you're trying to get there. It's the timing of when you're doing it. You're backed up. Your offense is struggling. And now you're about to give your opponent, with one bad play, you're not going to run any time off the clock, really, and you're going to give them field position. I think the smarter play would have been to try to pick up 5 or 6 yards, keep the ball in place, so that way they either have to use a timeout or let clock run, and then punt down.
Another low snap. Wentz with time, looking deep, and
none of these things by themselves are that big a deal. It's the cumulative effect of them, though. It's how they kept accumulating, guys. 3rd quarter, Jalen Hurts comes in the game. We can get into killing the tempo and killing the rhythm of the offense with that. Hey, look, man, Jalen Hurts is a dynamic football player. Your offense is struggling. I understand what they were trying to do. I just wish they didn't. Every time they put him under center, these guys understand what's going on, man. I think he's more effective when you have him split out like Wentz is as a receiver and you start motioning him across the offense. Across the formation as a motion guy. But there's a low snap there from Kelsey.
another low snap picked up by Miles Sanders.
That hurts us, right? You go into the early 4th quarter. The punt return decision, not to field it there and let it go over you. Gets pinned down inside the 5. As a matter of fact, guys, as you looked at the average field position, guys, there was a stretch where at one point in the 2nd quarter, we had possession starting on our 9-yard line, our 6-yard line, and our 11-yard line. That is a very difficult ask of any quarterback to drive 90 yards on every single possession. That is ridiculous. Special teams was a big problem this game.
Last 3 drives, they've started at their 9, their 6, now the 11.
The defense, just getting into let me finish off with some other stuff. 4th quarter, once again, Jason Kelsey, another low snap that basically turns into pretty much a fumble that Wentz, has to get the ball, and by the time he can get it and get it in his hands and get ready, he's sacked. The miscues, guys, these miscues killed us in this game. These miscues are big, man. They're so cumulative when you look at it. Then you had the average field position, right? Then you got the crap with the defense, like where we forget how to play defense on zone read. Guys, someone picks the quarterback up, someone picks up the running back. You can't both go to the running back. I did think that Josh Sweat made a really good second half adjustment. If I'm going to be fair, in the second half, Josh Sweat was the one who was getting victimized in the first half. But in the second half, he made his athleticism, he made the adjustment, his athleticism showed up, but it just took a long time for us to recognize the zone read there, and we gave up 14 cheap points early off of it. I don't know what to say, guys. I don't feel good about this game. I don't feel good about this team. I don't trust this team. I have no trust in this football team right now. Tell me what you guys think, guys. At one point on 1st down, this is what was crazy. Going into the 3rd quarter, at one point in this game, they told us that our league average on 1st down was 4.6 yards, which is 31st, meaning we're putting ourselves in 3rd and long a lot. At one point, we were 9.6 yards on 1st down, mostly due to the run, and we stopped running. We stopped running, guys. We stopped running the football on a team that couldn't stop the run because of the way they play their defense. It's frustrating, man. I think there were like 6 downs that were above 3rd and 7. Six of those 9 plays we couldn't convert on 3rd down, going 0 for 9. 6 of them were above like 3rd and 7, guys. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to say. I'm going to be digging down. I did this whole study, guys, on third down on the defenses. And I got some material coming up for you guys to show you what's going on with third down defense. Yeah, maybe it's time for your boy to get down here with this notepad and get in there and start looking at our third down offense. Maybe even looking at our first down offense. 4.6 yards, 31st in the league. Maybe it's time for me to put on my studious glasses here and get to work. All right, y'all. I got some videos coming up this week, guys. I'm going to be breaking down some analytics. We're going to be talking. I'm going to be showing some film, guys. It's coming because there's a lot to talk about, y'all. I'm not doing the Eagles chant, guys. I just don't have it in my heart today. I don't have my heart to do it, bro. But you know I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. I had so much fun last night, guys, doing the live stream. We were all in misery together. And you know what? I don't want to be in misery, but, dude, it's nice to have other people there with you to help pick you up when you just can't. You can't function because you're so angry. You're so let down by the performance of the team. I appreciate y'all for that, man. I'm going to talk with Reese and Mike. I'm pretty sure they're in agreement, still being in agreement with this. I think that's something that the Battlebirds podcast needs to continue, which is to do that live kind of call-in feature. I really like that a lot. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm out of here, man. You know how it is, bro. What a day.